We're going to do something a bit different on the channel today, and we're going to do a sort of review compare of the Logitech C920 and the new Elgato Facecam. Let's do it. As with most Elgato products, they're very nicely packaged. You got the camera there, you've got the cords packed away nicely in there. And here it is, and let me tell you, this thing is beefy. And not in weight, it's actually really light, a lot lighter than you think it would be looking at it. But this thing, like, look how wide this sucker is. Here it is without the lens cap. And I wish I could show you it compared to the C920, but of course I'm using it to film right now, so I can't. It's got a great swivel here, so when you're mounting it on your monitor or wherever you're mounting it, you can do that. You can rotate it. This also comes all the way off, so you can actually mount it with any stand that has matching threads. You don't have to use the Elgato's one if you don't want to. Comes with a detachable USB cable, which is very nice. It is USB-C to A. And the nice thing, this is a pretty long cable, but it's nice that it's detachable. If for some reason your computer is way over here and this doesn't reach it, you can get your own cable and use it, and it'd be just fine. Yeah, like I said, I am using the Logitech C920 right now. And of course I have it, I've been using it for years, and I have it tweaked and fine-tuned to, you know, my own settings and my own, the room I'm in and everything. And I think it looks pretty good. So let's go ahead and switch over to the Elgato Facecam. And here we are. This is the Elgato Facecam, and I think it looks really good. Right off the bat, you can see it's got a much wider lens than the C920. This does have a zoom FOV slider, but just keep in mind this is a digital zoom, so you lose resolution the more you zoom in. But just to compare it with the Logitech, so we can switch. So this is the C920. You can see it's a little, I don't want to say blurrier, but like the image is softer, not quite as crisp. Maybe switch over, and this is the Elgato Facecam. All right, so this is pretty much the default settings. It looks really good by default, but what makes this camera really good is the software. And so I'm going to kind of tweak it and get it set up for my room and the lighting, and we'll take a look at all the really cool options that you can do with the Camera Hub software. All right, and here we are, and I've got everything kind of fine-tuned to the room, my lighting. I actually turned on this light just to add a little bit extra warmth and color to the shot, and I think it looks pretty good. I'm really happy with it. You can see I have the Camera Hub software open, and it actually expands out for, you can have the video preview there, but it's disabled because I have it also open in OBS because I'm recording. But it's cool because you can just kind of close that out. But this is all that matters, really. So you can see all the options here. This is the zoom FOV slider I mentioned. Like I said, this is a digital zoom, so it's, you know, you lose that resolution the more you zoom in. You have your standard like contrast, saturation, sharpness settings, but the I guess like the best part of this is the exposure here, and this tells you the ISO, which basically is the digital brightness of the camera. And I don't know if there are any other webcams that tell you the ISO, let alone let you adjust it. So yeah, you can see here we've got automatic, which is kind of the default, which is what it was on earlier. As you can see, I definitely look washed out. It's way too bright, but that's why you're able to adjust it and, you know, fine tune it to your own room and everything. You can do the shutter speed, which generally with your shutter speed, you want it to be about double your frame rate. So if you're recording or streaming at 30 FPS, you want this at 1/64. If you're doing 60, you're gonna do 1/, you can't do 120, but it goes up to 125. And then the ISO essentially lets you change the brightness from here. I found one that works good for me, and like I said, my lighting in my room and everything. The other thing is the white balance, which is great that you can adjust that. Again, you can make it automatic, which it looks like it took a lot of the red out. It's very blue. Noise reduction, you know, if you notice like a little bit of noise in the picture, you can turn that on. You can see it softens the image a little bit. In my case, I don't think I really need it, so I have left that off. And probably the best part about this is you can save it. The camera does have onboard memory, so you can pack it up, plug it into another computer, and you will have the same exact settings. You don't even need the Camera Hub software. It remembers it. And for those of you who use the Logitech, you know that as soon as you disable or unplug it, you have to mess with your settings again. So that's a great feature that you don't have to worry about that with the Facecam. A couple things that I feel like may seem like negatives on paper, but I guess in practice, I think are actually probably good things. And that is the lack of an onboard microphone and autofocus. For the microphone, I personally don't think that's a big deal. I don't know a single streamer content creator who uses the onboard microphone on their camera. Everybody's got a dedicated mic. So yeah, no worries there. And for the autofocus, again, for those of you who have like one of the Logitech cameras, you get that sometimes where it doesn't know where it wants to focus, and it kind of, you know, it has that like effect where it's trying to figure it out, and you do the little hand trick to get it to settle down. You don't have to worry about that with the Elgato Facecam. It has like a fixed focus, so as long as you're in that shot, you're always going to be in focus, which makes it great for being a face cam. If you were going to do like a room shot, it may not be as good because the further you get from the camera, the blurrier it's going to get. But I don't think in most cases people are going to be using this camera for that purpose. So yeah, really, again, another thing that not included and may look like a negative, but again, in practice, I don't really think it is. But yeah, there you are. This is the first time doing sort of like a tech review video, and honestly thought it was a lot of fun. I was excited to try out a new piece of tech and compare it to kind of the old standard, the C920 that I feel like so many people use. And it has definitely been a workhorse, but I'm glad I got the Elgato Facecam. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was just kind of fun to do a little tech review kind of thing and compare the two cameras, and hopefully, you know, if you were on the fence, maybe, you know, it tipped you over one way or the other. If it did, let me know in the comments. And if you ever want to hang out, I stream on Twitch every Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. The link to that is always in the description below. If you have any questions, if there's anything I missed, feel free to leave comments below as well. I'm definitely not an expert with cameras and all that stuff. I'm a blue collar streamer and just thought this video would be a lot of fun. So I hope that you enjoyed it. If you want to see more of these, also let me know in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching.